Hey, Hero fans, this is Todd. I know this sounds kind of crazy, but today I'm going to talk about zingers. So, zingers are one of my favorite treats when it comes to Hostess and Dolly Madison, everything else. Now, when I was a kid, zingers were made by Dolly Madison, and they were like a pound cake with the vanilla frosting, and they came in a 10-pack where 5 of them were chocolate and 5 were vanilla. Now, the vanilla ones were always my favorite, but I would suffer through the chocolate because they weren't that bad and eat them both. And then one time I actually was an extra in a movie. It was really cool. It was called Jacqueline Bouvier Kennedy, and I was in the wedding scene, and the back of my head was seen for probably about maybe 10, 15 seconds. And it's cool too, is I got to meet Jacqueline Smith, and it was a pretty cool thing. Well, when the movie was over, I actually went and took my paycheck and bought a whole bunch of Dolly Madison zingers, and they were so good. In fact, it was the last time I purchased them because for some reason we didn't have them anymore in Washington. And I remember this was in Seattle where this was filmed, and so I thought they stopped making them completely. Well, then one of my friends in New York, he's like, "Hey, we have them here." I said, "Hey, mail some to me." You know, he never did. And then once in a great while, you'd see them in really strange shops, these Dolly Madison zingers. Well, then all of a sudden, Hostess started making zingers, and their zingers though were different. They weren't the hard uh, pound cake with the frosting on top. They're more like a sponge cake, like Twinkies were. And so it's kind of a bummer. But then after a while, Hostess went out of business and zingers stopped being made. And I was like, oh, it's the end of my zingers. Of course, you know, it was worse for all the Hostess workers and everything else that, of course, lost their jobs at the time because Hostess was no more. And it was kind of a sad thing because, you know, no more Twinkies, no more Ho-Hos, which I also liked Ho-Hos too. And of course, no more zingers. Now, when they came back into business, when they got remade, they actually remade the zingers. And what's crazy is they actually made them like Dolly Madison, where they actually were a thicker, more pound cake like. And you can see inside here they have the cream filling. And these are just so scrumptious. Now, of course, if you're going to have zingers, you have to also have milk to go with it. Now, what makes these zingers special is I've been trying to get some zingers ever since the quarantine happened. And I've been looking everywhere for these and I could not find them. And of course, I don't want to go in the store. So my wife today risked going in the Walmart and found some zingers for me so I could celebrate on a Sunday. So I call my wife Pretty Lady. Thank you, Pretty Lady, for the zingers. They are really amazing. I'll be eating them in a few minutes. But I just want to tell you guys, I love zingers, and that's my story. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next video. Like, subscribe, and I'll have more cool action figure stuff.